details. And that was also never like that was a conversation, but it was never like the most important conversation at the time. When I linked with Tone, I was doing it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got my man I-Know Barsco in the building,
Yes,
man.
indeed. Yes, indeed. What's going on? It's your boy, I-Know Barsco, live and direct, North Philadelphia, 19132. You already know.
That was a good drop.
Hey,
I like that.
This ain't my first one. Yeah, it's not my first one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. So look, man, for those that do and don't know who
Mhm.
I-Know Barsco is, man, can you give us like a rundown of your background?
Yeah. So again, I know Brosco. My mom named me James, if that's important to anybody. Born and raised North Philadelphia. Been doing music for years. Yeah, man. I make music. I raise my kids. I give back to the community. You know, I did. I'm just a guy from North, man. Like,
Right,
you know what
right.
I'm saying? I'm a guy from North, and I make music and I rap better than people, and that's it.
I like that. Now, do you know you in the building? We all of us, our name is James.
See, listen, man. God don't make mistakes.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's dope, man.
His
Yeah, like,
name is James. Mine is James.
see,
Yours is we
this
the
is
best.
it. This is one of those.
We the best. We the best, man.
Yeah.
So listen, man. Growing up in the mean streets of Philadelphia,
North.
man. North.
Yeah,
That's
with
what.
the F. Yeah, North with the F.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm from North. Like 24th and Lehigh, Somerset, Cambria,
Okay.
Indiana, Allegheny, that whole area right there. You know what I'm saying? That's where I
That's a
started cut
tough
my teeth
area.
at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a tough area, man. So what schools did you go to?
So funny thing is, I actually didn't go to school in North. So I went to high school at Kappa. I went to high school for creative and performing arts. I was a theater major. So I did that. Then after that, I went to Westchester University for a little bit. Did a little bit out there. And then went to school in North Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Just came back and when I didn't finish college, I could finish college. Just came home, music, grinding, just working. You know what I'm saying? And just going through life after that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't go to school in North, but everything else was in North.
Now, when did the wanting to be a rapper start?
Oh, that started. Well, wanting to be a rapper came later. Rapping itself started early. I want to say like fourth, fifth grade. I wrote a rap for some reason. I think you know what it was. I had broke my wrist. I was a kid. I couldn't go swimming in the summer because I had a cast on.
Okay.
So I was bored. So I'm hearing rap music. I know rap. I'm trying to write my own raps. And then as I got older, eighth grade hit. I spit one of my raps on the school bus. They're like, yo, that John, all right, you ain't write that. I'm like, what? I'm about to write another one tomorrow. Give me some words. I'm gonna write another one tomorrow. So every day people was giving me words to prove that I was writing my raps.
Right.
So I was doing that, and then high school, rapping all through high school, battles, ciphers, just cooking people, all types of, you know what I'm saying? And then college, I spent more time in college recording than I did going to class. And that's when I decided to come home and go for music because it's like, well, I'm gonna pay the school, 25 grand a year to be in my dorm room making music. So I got serious, I say, around like high school, like into high school, early college is when I got serious with it. And then, starts and stops. I have a run, life happens. I'm done with rap. I ain't even tripping off of it. I'm gonna go do this. I get the bug. You know what? Let me get back into it. So I go, whoop, whoop. And as I'm going, I, learn things like the more work you do, the more work you get. And from there, I just decided if I stay consistent with the music, it's gonna get me where I gotta go.
That's good. Now, coming up in that era, that's the lunchroom, banging
Mm-hmm.
on the
Mm-hmm.
table. Who's hot? Who's not?
Mm-hmm.
Do you stand another chance? How did you survive that? Because what year are we talking about first?
So high school, we talking 99 to '03.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, we talking.
That's the spitting
Yeah,
era.
yeah. I was rapping when the grinding beat came out. So you got to be able to, like, no,
Right.
I was nice. I was nice. I've been nice since a pup. You know what I'm saying? And I had like around my way. I had a lot of cats around me that was nice, like my man Skies, my man Sims. Tef and Bugs from Somerset from Double S. Like I had cats that like I had to go in the dungeon with like we used to they used to gather something like the old heads. They'd get us, yo, come to the crib. We gonna throw some beats on. Y'all write. So we would have to write before we could go outside and hustle. Before we go outside and play basketball. Before we go outside and holler at girls. Like whatever we was gonna do that day, we would stop. We would stop over on Krosky, get in the dungeon, write 16, memorize it, spit it, and then we go about our day. So I came up from the work of it.
Did you do the DVD era?
I didn't make the DVDs. I didn't make the like I was a fan of the DVDs, but also like the part of North that I was in wasn't getting a lot of shine. And in the midst of the DVD wars, it was one of those things where it was like, and it's kind of like how it is now. The DVDs, a lot of them was pay to play, and me at the time, I was in the space where I felt like it should be talent based. And I'm like, I'm better than a lot of cats on these DVDs, but I'm not getting opportunities. If I run into one of them, I'm gonna battle them on site, and I'm gonna snatch my opportunity. But it wasn't one of those situations where I got a chance to really do that in a space where it would have mattered. Like, battles here and there with certain cats, certain names, but it's like it wasn't on camera. So it's like, all right, cool. I won some. I lost one battle my entire life. I'm gonna say one. But it was just trial and error and just, trying to push through. But I didn't make the DVDs, but it's all good. I still watch them, Jones.
Who you lost to? Dun, 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 dun.
So no, I'm gonna keep it tall. I'm gonna keep it tall. My memory is really bad. I do not remember the brother's name.
Okay.
No, I just lied to myself. His name was Eclipse. Eclipse was his name, and he was from down, I want to say like Gratz and Dolphin. And what happened was I battled him. Like I went to go battle him because like the Oya is always setting up battles. Yo, I want you to battle my young boy. Woo, woo. So I go to battle him, and I'm going to his block. So we pull up. We three deep. That's it. As soon as we getting ready to battle, $2 parties let out and a fight break out. So now it's about 150 people on the small street, and these are all his people. They know every single word. And
you don't stand a chance.
God, bro, I got cooked by the orchestra. They, yeah, he got me that day. But I will say, about 6 months later, it just so happened that he was up around my way. He was up my way. He was at a party and talking smack. Woo, woo, woo. Somebody like, no, I got somebody for you. And he was like, who? They said my name. Like, man, I already cooked him. They came and knocked on my door. I'm in the crib chilling. They came and knocked on my. Let's go. He's saying, woo, woo, woo. All right, whatever. Put my shoes on. Right around there. It had been 6 months. I was writing every day at that point. I had a whole nother. So he started rapping. I remember some of these raps because the whole block was singing them. I know what happened that day when he got me. Man, so I started saying his bar with him as he's finishing his punchline, which is now throwing off his timing. And now people are like, oh, he know his, oh, wait. So then as soon as I go, boom, I'm hitting him with all new. Yeah, no, I got my get back, but I took one out. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like a battle rapper that be like, I don't never lose, but my winning percentage is pretty high.
Well, the words of DMX, every man is the man in their own hood.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's
you
a fact.
Stand up,
you gotta travel. You know what I'm saying? And that was another thing that era I got a chance to do was just outside of just being outside and running around the city as a young boy. Like I got to learn parts of the city that I didn't know because I'm going to these different blocks. I'm battling. There's a rapper on every block in Philly, especially then. So, we in the car. We be chilling, minding our business. I'm like, yo, Stowe, I got somebody on the line. They trying to bet. Woo, woo, woo. Yo, I got it. Let's go up there. All right, come on. We end up, Mount Airy, Southwest, all these other places that as a kid from North, I wasn't always going just on the regular. So now I'm going all these different places, and then going to these different places, you gotta know the escape routes because you don't know what's gonna happen. So, all right, how do I get to 76 from here? How close is Broad Street? Where the subway at? You know what I'm saying? That's how I learned it.
Now, growing up in North Philadelphia, man, how did you navigate through the drug era, the pill era, and just the violence itself in that area of North Philadelphia?
So from two perspectives. One from being involved in it from I'm gonna say from usage and from distribution. From usage, it was very easy because I never wanted, like, I had no desire to be hot. I just didn't want to. So it didn't really impact me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't something that like took hold of my family. Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of the story that you normally hear, I was really blessed and fortunate to not have certain problems in my household. You know what I'm saying? So drugs wasn't one of them. In terms of going outside and wanting to be a hustler and jumping off the porch and running around and getting into trouble doing that, that was a little bit more difficult because we outside. Like, I'm outside all, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not in school, I'm outside. God bless my mom. She did everything she could to, try to, you know, create a barrier. But, you're going to go outside. You're going to do what you do. You're going to be with your boys. You're going to run around. So that was one of those things. And, I avoided major trouble, thank God. And just learning the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, instincts. Yo, I don't think we should go over there. Yo, we've been over here too long. Let's bust a move. Yo, nah, not today, tomorrow. Cause not, and sometimes it's your gut. Sometimes something don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that don't feel all right. And just being around a group of, we was young, but we was solid. Like, we was rolling. Like, wake up, boom, handle business. After we done writing, yo, what we gonna do? All right, you know what I'm saying? And we all know each other family, so we was out for hours. We outside, and it's like it was no worry. So that was one of those things, like just navigating through that time and space. I had good people around me. I didn't want to be involved in a lot of things, so I just stayed away from it. I had other stuff I was doing. I was doing music. High school, I was doing theater. Like, I'm doing all these other things, so it didn't really impact me. You know what I'm saying? I was able to sort of navigate and dip and dodge between a lot of things.
How did you come up with the name I Know Brasco?
All right, bet. So I'm gonna make a real long story really really short. So we young boys. This, like I said, early 2000s. Everything is Italian mafioso based, right? Everything. My nickname was Bobby. Bobby is close to Donnie. Donnie Brasco, the movie. At this time, I've never seen the movie. Granted, like 12. Never seen the movie at this time. So my original rap name was Bobby Brasco, right? So then I dropped the Bobby. It was just Brasco. What happened was I came home from college and I had an idea. I said, "What's the most important thing in rap? It's people. It's the connection with the people. When you're making the type of music I make, it's about people saying, like, that's my guy. Like, I like championing. Like, if they want to make you their champion." So I had this thought. I said, like, the most important thing is for people to know you. I had a mixtape I did. I called it I Know Brasco. That was just the name of the mixtape. It was essentially to be like, I had t-shirts and hats and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, if you walk around with a shirt on that says I Know Brasco, people are gonna ask you, well, who is Brasco and why do you know him, right? So I did that, and it was rolling in the hood. We had that joint rolling, but it came to a point where people would stop saying hi. They didn't say hi to me. They see, I know Brasco. You know what I'm saying? Just like it was that was the evolution of it. And after a while, I was like, yo, I'm just gonna make this my entire rap. Like, we're gonna make it. We're gonna stretch it. And now I got a 3-part name. At that time, nobody had 3-part names. It was like the shorter the name, the better. Everybody was young. Everybody was little. Everybody was all these different things. No, I know Brasco. And now you got to say the entire thing or it don't count. Like, if you just say Brasco, that's cool if we having a conversation, but shows, all that stuff, you got to say the entire thing, and then it still lands today where it's like people be like, "Oh no, I know Brasco." It's like, yeah, no, I know, bro. But that's
Great marketing.
it's. And at the time I was like, it was a marketing ploy, but I didn't think it was gonna become my rap name. It was just a promotion for the mixtape. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do I Know Barsco 1, I Know Barsco 2, and I Know Barsco 3 and be done with it. But by I Know Barsco 2, it was like, no, they're calling me I Know Barsco, so I guess that's my new rap name. And I just sort of went with it, you know what I'm saying? But it's been a good name for me.
I like it. I like it. It sticks. It definitely stands out. Jimmy the Saint.
Yeah, so I meant to tell, yeah, me and Jimmy, we I think there was, and I think this thing, because me and Jimmy, our interactions were very short lived. I think there might have been another skull that had a longer interaction with him. Because me and Jimmy, we only crossed paths like on occasion, and even that was through Tone Trump. Like Tone, my man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my guy. So when he was doing some work with Jimmy the Saint, I was around Jimmy a lot. But me and Jimmy, we like that's more like a 6 degrees of separation type thing, as opposed to like a direct connection type thing.
I thought you was with ICH.
No, so and that's what I was gonna say because we was talking about it at the Kyber. I know everybody, been around everybody, but that was a different skull. That like there was that's the thing, and that was also part of the reason of me flipping my name, because I feel like a lot of people had the name Brasco from, again, everybody in Philly and being young boys and watching mafia movies. Every Think about how many Gottis there is and how many Pacinos and De Niro's
and Nas. I think his whole career, Escobar, all of that
all
stuff.
of that is based off of the heavy Italian mafia or Hispanic drug culture of everything. You know what I'm saying? The Carlitos and all this, like all of it is based from around that. So I think what happened was, and I think also because when we talked, I was high off adrenaline off the stage. So I heard the question, but I didn't hear the question all the way. And I'm like, no, I know Jimmy the Saint because I know him, but we wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like that was, but yeah, no, that was a different skull because I think there was multiple skulls in the city. And I also feel like having the name I Know Brasco is what was able for me to sort of separate away from that because now people don't be like, oh, skull. They be like, no, I know Brasco. And then when you say the whole thing, it's, you know what I'm saying, it catches.
Uh, your affiliation with Del P.
Yo, shout out to Del, man. That's family. Like actual family. Like I love Del, man. That's my guy, man.
Del P, that he's definitely a friend of the Untold interview.
Watch, yeah.
Um, Del P definitely. He remind me of the Common of Philadelphia. You know, in the hip hop version. You remind me of, and I was telling my cousin. Well, no, my cousin told me this. Like you like the era of the Benny Butchers and the 38 Special and things like that, man. How did you guys cross paths? You and Del?
Being outside and rapping, man. Like especially in we talking like 2008. I say around 2008, anywhere between 2008 2010. Being outside in Philly and rapping was like that was like the resurgence. It was like after the DVD era, and then you had like the super trap heavy era, but then you had like a resurgence in the hip hop scene in Philly. So you had all these different venues, all these different shows, all these different ciphers. That's when the online ciphers was going crazy. So you had people who were staples on those, and you'd be in the same room with a lot of people, multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So me and Dell have done multiple ciphers with each other before we was cool. You know what I'm saying? But just from being in the building, hearing each other, being around each other, getting a chance to chop it up and kick it, we got cool off of that. Then we found out that we was cousins, and then after that, it was like, oh, bet, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, but me and him, we already had our rapport, we already built our, you know what I'm saying, our working relationship before that, and then after that, it's like, oh, like you my mans, you nice, and you family, it's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying?
You said you went to college.
Yeah, Westchester University.
A lot of rappers didn't get a chance to even finish high school.
That's a fact.
How important was it for you to even just attend college?
Oh, if I didn't attend college, I don't know where I end up because it's one of those things. Well, first off, I had to I had to leave North. You know what I'm saying? Because I was living on campus. Now, granted, Westchester is only an hour away, but being that hour away can save you from a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going back to the city every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I would maybe every other weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like special occasions, all that. But I was spending my time in Westchester, which allowed me A, to not have to deal with certain things in the neighborhood. B, I had a studio set up in my dorm room, so I'm recording constantly and just being able to meeting new people. You know what I'm saying? Because people are coming to college from all over the world, so I'm meeting people in different classes, in the cafeteria, learning, exchanging thoughts, ideas, all these different things, which help not just in life and growing, but also in music. I'm able to incorporate these things and research and just being away from the noise sometimes is a good thing, and that's what it was for me.
Now, with college comes college radio, the college parties.
Man,
Did
man,
you use that to your advantage?
bro, we had the at one point in time I was the co-host of the only hip hop radio show on Westchester University Radio. Um, and once again, my memory is bad. I forget her name because that was 2003, 2004. But she was it was a young lady. She was doing the hip hop show. It was Thursday nights from 10 to 1. And she found out that me and a couple of the guys, she found out that we rapped. She invited us up to the station. It just so happened my major was communications because at that time I wanted to do radio. Like that was my thing. I wanted to be a radio host. That's how much I just love music. And she was showing me the ropes, and there was a internship program. I interned under her, and then she was graduating, and she passed the show on to me. And so I had the show. I had the show for 2 semesters because I was only up there for 2 years before I came home. So first semester I wasn't doing it. Second semester is when I met her and intern, and then my last year at Westchester, I had the radio show. So we could go up there, play music from any artist that's out, play our own music because we was making clean versions. It had to be clean.